Tom Brands after Spencer Lee's 5-1 win in the NCAA Finals, 125 pounds. What impressed you most with the way you ran through this tournament?
I mean, there's some pretty serious competitors in that weight, and guys that have made names for themselves for a long time, and really dominant wins, and poised wrestling, patient wrestling, and then also a display of explosive, entertaining holds. I mean, the takedowns and the riding and the turning and the pinning, just solid in all positions. Very poised, patient, and explosive all at the same time.
McIlravy came along, I think, a year after you graduated, right?
Yes.
Is that right? Last true freshman to win an NCAA title for the Hawkeyes. Different style wrestlers. How would you compare and contrast those two?
McIlravy was wide open, and he could get his motor running, and it was trouble. And Spencer Lee's a little bit more poised, a little bit maybe more. He can bring pressure too. McIlravy could bring pressure, but it was different kinds of pressure. The thing that impressed me with Spencer throughout his development is how he got better at being poised and patient and learning to, win tough positions in tough matches, and then that continues to widen the gap in the scoreboard. And that's what he did tonight.
What did he do for the entire room, the entire roster, once you plugged him in the lineup?
I think, first of all, it's a natural that you have an upgrade there and a guy that's a catalyst and a spark plug, obviously first guy out. And then I think our guys respect him to the point where, they don't want to get left behind. And I know that there's maybe a little cliche-ness to that, but they don't want to get left behind. And, the other thing is he's a funny guy. I mean, he's a likable guy, and he has tremendous respect for his elders. So like Sorensen and Kemmer was a young gun that was older than him. He has tremendous respect for those guys. So he's a very humble guy, but also very confident in his own abilities. And wrestling's a sport where you have to be focused on yourself, as we all know, and he does that as well as anybody.
Obviously a pretty special guy. I mean, these type of guys don't come along every day, but you haven't played that card before with the true freshman. Was that is something you struggled with in November, December?
Not really struggled with. It was more of a process, and any time that you have something like this, you want to make sure that you're doing it right. There was a lot on the plate with that, and Terry and I and Morningstar, Burhow, we debated it daily, and we had Larry Lee in on the conversations, Spencer's dad, and then we just wanted to make sure it was the right thing, and it came down to the Midlands, and all of a sudden, everybody's like, the whatever fell out of the bottom, and oh my goodness, and it wasn't. We chased a position and threw a leg over and got got in a scramble and inside tripped and got beat in a match where we weren't patient and poised, and that's what he's learned to do better. That's the first thing he's learned from that match, and then the second thing is he out-wrestled that guy, and what are you going to do? It came down for me, is we going to go to the Luther Open, or the Flash Flanagan Open in Dubuque, or are we going to get ready for Michigan State? Because I think they were our next duel coming to town after the Midlands, and it was very, very unanimous.
He's got bigger goals than this even, and I think what you're talking about is long-term development here too, a little bit.
Well, as poised as he's wrestling, that's how he won 3 world championships. He's a 3-time world champion. And I saw him win a barn burner match where things were going his way right away, and then all of a sudden he's in. It looks like he's going to go ahead again, and the guy, counters him for 4, and then counters him for 4 more.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden it's like 8-2, and he had to battle back. Yeah. And so it's not like he didn't have it. It's more like, some of these men now, and that was 20 and under. Now some of these men, they're a little bit maybe more seasoned or whatever, and a guy like Tomasello, maybe a tough nut to crack in a stance, and Suriano, same thing, and just being patient and poised.
He could go juniors this year. He could go U23. He could go seniors.
He's got a lot of options, and we'll weigh those now. And you know what? This is the fun part tonight. Congratulations to him, his family. Congratulations to our entire program, University of Iowa, our administration, and our fans. And then we start making decisions for the future.